Welcome to the Omnic Recap, where every Sunday we look back at what happened during the past week in Overwatch. Is there any Overwatch news this week? Let me think. Yeah, the announcement that we have been waiting for weeks, months, even years, finally dropped. The Overwatch 2 Beta is starting late April. Later in this video, I'm going to answer some of the questions that I've been getting from my followers over the last few days. So stick around, there might be an answer in there for your question. First, I'm going to go over the other news for this week. Earlier this week, the cover and a preview of the final chapter in the Cassidy-centric comic series New Blood was leaked. I should say it this way, leaked. I'm not going to show you all the pages. I want to avoid spoilers. But in case you're curious, you can find them on my Instagram account. From what we've seen, and again, without giving too much away, it looks like all of Mecha is involved in this final chapter. But Diva, luckily, is still front and center. I am extremely curious to see how this will pan out though. With the beta announcement that happened this week, there is a small chance that they'll use this final chapter of the comic to announce that the second Mecha hero is going to join the roster. On one end, that would be a very nice way to introduce someone new by using lore. But on the other hand, with Blizzard being so careful in what they promise and show us, they might have played it safe and end this series with Cassidy recruiting Diva to Overwatch. We'll know soon enough, as the final book is set to release next Tuesday, March 15th. And actually, that day we might also see some in-game content. This weekend, patch 1.70 started preloading on the Battle.net client, so something is definitely up. Now, it could either be an experimental card, but we are just a few weeks away from April 1st, at which point we hopefully get another April Fool's card. Another option is that we'll see the Shanghai Dragons championship skin added to the game. They'll possibly tease it later today or tomorrow, but they might just decide to skip all of that and drop it unannounced on Tuesday. Now, on to the main topic, the beta. For those who missed it, a short recap. This week, Blizzard announced that the Overwatch 2 beta is starting late April. In the first instance, the beta is going to be PvP only and include one new hero, Soldier, which is a DPS hero. We'll be playing on 4 new maps: Circuit Royale, which is set in Monte Carlo and is an escort map; Midtown, which is set in New York and is a hybrid map; New Queen Street, set in Toronto; and Colosseo in Rome. Those last two are push maps, which is the new game mode that was actually revealed back in 2019. We'll also get to play with the reworked Doomfist, Orisa, Sombra, and Bastion. And all this will happen in 5 versus 5 matches. The most surprising piece of content in this beta announcement is a ping system. This system will allow players to tag enemies, strategic spots, health packs, without the need or on top of voice and text chat. You might know that from Apex Legends. I did a video earlier this week where I went a little more in depth on the beta announcement. I'll leave a link up there, go check it out. In that video, I also talked about Aaron's developer update, in which he apologized for the lack of news and content updates, and where he promised that this is a thing of the past. They are committed to doing better on all fronts, which is good news. That being said, after the announcement, a lot of people were left with questions. I've been answering some of those questions in the comment section and during my live streams, but I wanted to take some time in this video to answer some of the most popular questions and give you some insights on what we can expect. Now, my input is based on industry practices and my previous experience with Blizzard betas, including the Overwatch 1 beta. Let's start with an obvious one. When is the beta starting? The announcement stated late April, so we don't have an exact date yet. The reason that Blizzard is not putting a date on the beta release is because they don't like make promises that they might not be able to keep. Earlier this week, they kicked off the Alpha, which is an internal test and is being played by Blizzard employees, Overwatch League teams, and a select group of people. In the next few weeks, they'll get a lot of bug reports and comments from these people about that build. The development team's priority at that point is to tackle the biggest issue before the start of the 2022 Overwatch League season. Best case scenario, they get most of the bugs fixed pretty quickly, and they can transition that build into a beta. But this is game development. Things happen. It might bump into some bigger issues and need more time, at which point the beta will be pushed back a little bit. We'll just have to wait till they have a beta release candidate, at which point they'll pin a date and they'll brace themselves for the huge influx of people. How do I enter the beta? This one is easy. Just use the link in the description. Scroll down to the beta opt-in section and click the blue sign up button. The website will ask you to log in, and as soon as you do, you will be sent back to the previous page and you'll see a confirmation in green thanking you for signing up for the beta. Good job, you did it. All you have to do now is wait, how big are my chances of getting into the beta? First, let me state this. If you don't sign up, your chances are 0. So make sure to sign up. Now, in those first weeks, the beta will most likely be open to family, friends, content creators, and partners. But they'll also add a good deal of random people. And over time, they'll keep adding more people. So chances of you getting in there are always going up. It's statistics. Something I cannot confirm, however, is that they'll favor active players that have been playing for a long time, and that they'll take your PC specs into account. See, it is important for the developers to test the game on as many setups as possible, but I don't know if they have that kind of info stored in the Battle.net client. In the end, all you can do is, again, wait, how will I know that I'm in the beta? You'll most likely get an email, but be careful. There will be scam emails going around. People with tiny wieners that are trying to steal your account. Blizzard will never send you an email with a link you need to click to activate the beta, for instance. They generally just send you the email to notify you, at which point you'll have to open your Battle.net client and you'll either see a brand new Overwatch 2 icon, or there will be an extra option in the Overwatch section stating something like Overwatch 2 Beta. Is the beta also available for console players? Sadly, no. The beta is PC only. And to be honest, I don't think it's a Blizzard issue. Closed betas on consoles are very difficult. All of the console platforms have rather restrictive procedures, which generally take anything from a few days to 2 weeks, depending on their relationship with the platform. On top of that, I think it's just too much of a hassle to port every single beta build to all the consoles. It slows things down and costs a lot of money. Might that ever change? Who knows? I'm sure if they ever find a way around those practical issues, they'll gladly do a cross-platform beta. But for now, it's PC only. How long will the beta last? Overwatch 1 beta started on October 27, 2015, and it closed little over 6 months later on May 9. And I'm pretty sure that this beta will last at least 6 months. But I'm not putting any money on the way it will be structured. Is the beta always going to be up? Are there going to be open beta weekends? Or a big open beta at the end? That last one is something that Aaron hinted at during his developer update, but he clearly wasn't ready to commit. When will Overwatch 2 release? That is a tricky one. At this point, what I think is going to happen is that the PvP part of the game will go into some type of release in November 2022. And with some type of release, I mean an open beta or early access, which would also be available on console, of course. Because technically it is a release, but the label open beta or early access makes it abundantly clear that this product is not finished yet, that they still need to add all of the PvE content, for instance. And I think that PvE release will be somewhere around the Archives event 2023, which would make a lot of sense. The popular PvE event that kind of started all of this, and the new PvE gameplay that they'll be building on for the next few years. Oh, and by the way, I think the PvP part is going to be free to play. Why are they breaking PvP and PvE apart? Well, mainly because the PvE part still needs a lot of work. They keep getting delayed by internal issues, pandemics, but this way they can give us new content, new heroes, new maps, without having to wait till the complete Overwatch 2 experience is ready for release. Might they cancel PvE at some point? I really hope not, and I know for sure that they don't want to cancel it, otherwise they would have done it already. But things can always happen. For now, however, the chances of them canceling the PvE are low. You'll just have to be patient. Why only one hero? And why Sojourn? Where are all the other new heroes? Look, I'm not the biggest fan of Sojourn myself, and that is just based on what we've seen of her up till now. She feels a little too much of a classic shooter character to me. I like my heroes a little wackier. And by now we have known about Sojourn for over 2 years, so that new element has kind of faded. So I definitely get the question. But on the other hand, it makes sense that they would add her first, because she was the first to be announced, and she's most likely done. But in due time, we'll see more heroes added. We saw the same thing happen throughout the Overwatch 1 beta. They didn't add them all at once. But the thing was, of course, back then, there were no existing heroes. So every single one of them was new. Now, I wouldn't be too surprised if we got a look at a new hero before the beta launches. And in due time, that hero will also be added to the beta. Same thing for new maps, new modes, and all the hero reworks, for instance. They just need to start with a safe and stable build, something that they can use for the Overwatch League. And once we are past that, things will start moving forward a little quicker. Will I have access to my skins in the Overwatch 2 beta? I don't think so. Especially not at the start. Somewhere near the end, they might start doing some tests with the tools that will transfer our old Overwatch 1 profiles to the new Overwatch 2 profiles. But at this point, that's not their focus. What else can we expect to see in this first beta build? Well, there's a few things that I'm fairly certain that we'll see in this first phase. One being the new graphical engine. It is a given. Things will look and feel slightly different. You'll notice the occasional update, a few extra effects, and hopefully a better performance. We'll see most or even maybe all of the heroes in their new basic skins. And there might even be some new Overwatch League skins. The other ones will have to wait though. All of the new sounds and sound systems will be in there. The thing that you'll notice the most are of course the new gun sounds. We'll see a lot of reworked maps, some updated to reflect changes in the lore. In other words, someone finally cleaned up that mess in Numbani Airport. But also more details, props, Easter eggs, hopefully the day and night cycle and weather effects. I can't wait for that last one. There's going to be a new user interface. Some parts might still be work in progress, especially stuff like user profiles, but the in-game displays, the menus, character selection screens, those all might look very different. Some things that I'm less confident in is that we'll see the new leveling system, loot distribution, how are they going to replace loot boxes, and the clan system. But that's fine. All in due time. Alright, those are the most common questions I've seen up till now. Apart from the type of questions like, is Maga going to be a new hero? Which is a very valid question, but a little difficult to answer. In any case, if you have anything to add, any other question, drop it in the comments below, and I'll answer it the best I can. Now, before I go, two more things. Overwatch League did another update, sharing that they uploaded the full schedule on their website, and confirming that all of the players are testing the alpha build right now. They also added that Sojourn, all of the maps, and a new push mode will be available at the start of this season. The most interesting announcement, however, was that they'll be updating to the latest build of the beta in between tournaments, which shows that they expect to see a lot of significant updates throughout this season. This, my friends, is going to be fun. The second thing is on a more personal note. Next weekend, I'll be in San Francisco to attend the Global Game Developer Conference, so I won't be able to record a weekly recap. But I have a lore video ready for you guys, and that will be going live next Sunday. Now, in case any news should drop while I'm in San Francisco, I will make an update video from my hotel room. That is going to be different. But in any case, make sure to subscribe. For now, however, that was it. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys during my streams or in my next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.